Welcome to a special episode of Ankle Sore and our review of Richmond's 2023 season. While you're watching the video, please go ahead, hit the like button, and also comment down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts on our thoughts. So let's get started, gents. We're talking about Richmond. They finished 13th with 10.5 wins. Obviously, the draw in round 1 versus Carlton.
Yeah, interesting.
What do you got for me? Highlights, lowlights,
Yeah, I'll
positives,
give you
negatives? And
I thought the highlight was simple. Well, you want to call it simple? Taranto's
highlight?
Yeah, it was Taranto's season, like coming from GWS. Mate, he was fantastic all year. I thought consistent.
Yeah.
I mean, he had his games where he was quite bad. As a whole, I thought he was fantastic. Like, kept them in some games where they won, I think, because of him.
great recruit.
Yep.
Great recruiting coup, wasn't it?
Great. Low light, Lynch's long-term injury, I think, hurt them big time. Positives, able to still hold on to their stars potentially. Like, I don't know, you hear about Dusty, they're saying maybe they've bandied that around, and a few of the other players there. But, your Bolton, Martin, a few of the others there look like they're still hanging around. And the negative, I thought, Damien Hardwick pulling the plug during the campaign, I thought that was deplorable, to be honest.
We've documented that pretty heavily.
Not that he left. I'm not saying that he left and he doesn't owe them nothing because he's been unbelievable and he's a legend of that club and so he should be acknowledged as that. But could you just wait? Wait till the season's over and go, see you later, guys, I'm going to Gold Coast. Fair enough. That's just my opinion, but I thought that was a negative.
I think 8 weeks, we spoke about this. Like, he did it after 8 weeks.
Yeah, not even halfway.
Not 15, not 18.
Yeah, you're right.
You can't tell me after 8 weeks he'd already...
This was
You would have made your decision 8 weeks earlier.
Yeah, no doubt. And I reckon he's got to 8 weeks and gone, well, maybe come... Well, how will they... I couldn't tell you whether I was sitting after 8 rounds, but...
I can tell you, they were 4-4, so...
Okay, going okay.
So can they improve next year, or where do you see them?
I think, the dynasty obviously is over.
Yep.
Can they improve? I think they'll stay around the same, and maybe a year or two after that, they'll start to improve again, depending on who they pick up. But as for next year, I think it'll be around about the same.
Yeah.
That's my take on Richmond, what I think.
I reckon their highlight of the year was they had a 6-week block between round 8 and round 14.
Oh, yeah.
Where they won 5 games, lost 2, jumped into the 8. They were looking
good.
They were looking like they were going to
dangerous,
scary,
play finals footy, but then they won 4 more games for the year and fell in a hole. Disappointing year overall. Their gradual decline in their scores, they ended up with 93%.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? For a side that used to just score at will.
Yeah, exactly. So that was a bit of a low. Like their positives, Bolton, Bolter, and Ross, they all improved. They had really good years. They found a defender in Tyler Young, who played 19
I can't believe that.
Off the rookie list from 2022.
You know my Sultana brand, if he fell out when I was pouring it.
Yeah. And you're right, positives that the recruitment of Taranto and Hopper. But all things, considered, they were still in the finals race with 3 weeks to go.
I know.
Yeah.
It's funny, isn't it?
Which is interesting, isn't it?
So can they improve? Well, obviously, the negatives, Tom Lynch, just derailed their
Absolutely
season.
it did. What round was it that he went down? Do you remember?
Oh, it was early.
It was very early.
Yeah, I know it was early.
3rd round.
Yeah, see, that would have killed them.
But their defence still looks solid. Like, Grimes,
It's getting on a bit.
Gibsus. Yeah, I know.
Gibkiss.
Sampson and Miller up forward. They couldn't lock down spots. So they've got a few little things to iron out. What do you got, Andrew?
No, before you go, what did you say? I said, I think they'll stay the same. Do you reckon they'll improve or stay the same? What do you think?
I think the same as you. I don't think they're going to bottom out to bottom 4 proportions because I think they've got enough in them wins wise. I think this team can still win 10 games, and 10 games gets you that middle rung,
which is what they did this year.
Which is what they did this year.
Fair enough.
I'd be staggered if they only won 4 games and bottomed out.
Oh no, I don't think
that'll happen.
What do you got, Andrew?
Okay, so my highlight was Dustin Martin.
Neither of us mentioned him.
Yeah, he had a
because we expect.
Yeah.
Like when he actually played, sensational.
He's the best player by a mile.
By a mile.
Behind Taranto.
I thought Taranto was more.
And I thought they didn't have many highlights, but I thought when they saw off Cochin and Rewalt, that was a highlight for them. That
was a good day,
it was
wasn't
a good day, yeah. It was a good day. We mentioned that when it happened. Low light, not playing finals.
Yeah,
were they expect?
Yes, they were.
Yes, they were, mate.
They went
Everyone
again. No,
Oh,
we
yeah.
thought that they could play finals. At one
Everyone
point.
was picking them to
Yeah.
play finals.
Our
even
first
in the
episode,
media.
I said they can win it with Hopper and
Yeah,
Taranto as inclusions.
Yeah, and that's what we thought. So that's a bit of a low light. Also, losing Damien Hardwick as a low light, wasn't great. For
Yeah.
however you want to look at it, they had an interim
They
coach
lost
for
their
the rest
coach.
of the Yeah,
That's it.
exactly.
Who done an okay job, mind you, I think.
He's done an okay job.
who coaches next year? Like, what's the?
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
The positives. I reckon Tim Taranto was the only positive this year. I don't buy this Hopper thing. I thought he was ordinary at best.
Injured?
He was injured a lot. Even when he played, he's just...
It was okay. I agree with
no
that.
influence
Uses his
whatsoever.
hands too much.
Yeah, it's
His
no
ratio
influence.
of-
Like, for a 7-year
kick to
contract
handball
to
was-
go and give a first-round pick and all
Was
that...
it 7 years?
7 years. They both got 7 years. That's too much.
Taranto's worth it.
Taran-
They've
Taranto's
gone
good.
14 years for two players.
Yeah.
14 years of contract.
That's a lot, isn't
Yeah.
it? Really?
That is huge.
I agree. Well, so the negatives, which you guys mentioned, Tom Lynch. Relying on Tom Lynch. Like, when you said their goals dried up, Tom Lynch. That's a massive
He's a top
loss.
3-4 forward in the
Yeah,
comp.
Well, I'll
to
just
be
I'll
honest.
just say
Like,
with Rewald gone now, which is fair enough.
Yeah, you rely on
You
him.
don't want Lynch to get injured again. They're in trouble.
That's right.
They're in strife.
well,
then.
that's why like Sampson or Miller
Yeah, got to...
has to step up.
Yeah.
Do they play Bolter forward?
no. Do you
Where's
play?
Coleman Jones? Oh,
one
that's
or the
right. It's
other.
at North.
Do you play Martin for the whole like?
But he's been playing.
he's
forward.
been-
No, I'm
He's
talking
like
about
mid-forward.
I'm talking about for 70-80% of the game, which doesn't happen.
Nah, he's too good for that.
But eventually, he's probably going to.
Like, I got a... Yeah, but
I
why?
agree.
Why?
well, you can't play him in the midfield.
Well, then he should retire.
Wow.
He's too good.
Not if he
you know.
does
You know they had all
something,
these.
you've got,
They always.
got
these-
tricks.
These
Yeah, that's
commentators
right.
always say, "Yeah, but he's got tricks everywhere. He's still unstoppable. You just try and tackle him." Like Dangerfield should play his last 2 years down forward. Why? What? Because he can't move? Isn't that a liability? The way the game's played
Because
now.
his ability is not worth
Not-
losing.
Well,
You know,
I agree. So you could play. I agree. You just throw him forward, mate. 1-on-1.
I don't
Good
know.
night. Good night.
Yeah, but it's too easy then. You can play two defenders on him, mate. You won't get near it. But anyway,
Yeah, it's not that easy either. But
will they improve next year? I don't think they will. I think they'll be around the same mark, 10 games.
we've
Yeah.
all said the same.
They still don't have a coach. We don't know who's going
what's
to coach
going on
them.
there?
They could be bottom 4.
not even
KB
talking-
KB
yeah.
coming back.
They're not
Oh,
even talking about
Nah.
any options at the moment.
Well,
Like,
Chris
there's-
Newman seems to be the guy that's going to take
Hello,
over.
Well-
Newman.
Where's Chris Newman?
He's at Hawthorn, I think.
I don't know the answer to that.
Would you consider giving him McQualter? I think he's done a good job actually.
But I think they need some new blood. He's been there for a few years. Like I
Maybe.
think they need to regenerate everything.
Maybe they'll give him the job.
Yeah, maybe.
Mark
Maybe.
Safulis?
Maybe.
Unlikely.
Ready to go.
But anyway.
Their draft hand is 25, 44, 62, and 80. So they're not
It's not great.
participating.
Because they're
And we're talking about whether they're going to improve.
going to have to trade out.
Yeah, I
They're
think
going to
so.
have to trade.
Who?
Oh, whoever? I don't know. But they have to trade. So there's talk that
Who's
Presto
tradable?
might leave.
Yeah,
Go back to Gold Coast, apparently.
Yeah.
What?
Good luck
Yeah.
with that Gold Coast. Waste of time if you ask me. He's 30 years old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's the Damien Hardwick thing.
So you're just going to inherit all the Richmond hacks? Because
I guarantee you there'll be at least two. I don't know who.
Yeah, but if they're 24-year-olds, that's different. If it's who's
but
number 7 for him?
Richmond Ross.
Oh no, he's 5. But Ross and the other guy, tough
Baker.
Baker. If you got those two, I'll cop it because they're young.
Richmond will
they
be
can
like
build.
hands off.
Maybe
No,
they'll get Chol back.
Fair, that's a fair swap.
Richmond.
Because he'll be looking to leave.
Oh, he's gone. He's
Gone.
actually gone.
Gone.
But anyway, oh,
He could go
just
back to
making up-
Richmond. And he'd be ideal. They need that next.
Yeah,
that,
they
that
probably do.
second
That's what I mean. I
forward.
wasn't being
well, there's
stupid.
a
I thought
swap
you'd
for,
been.
straight swap for Prestia, I'd say.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And maybe
It makes sense.
Richmond would get a draft pick as well. You can't just swap Prestia and
How old's Chol?
Chol's
Prestia's
not
won
exactly-
a BNF.
Yeah, but he's 30 years old.
Doesn't
he's,
matter.
He's on the way
He's
down.
got currency.
Oh,
You'd have to
not
give
at
up.
that age. Not at that
Wouldn't be a
age.
straight swap. No one ever. There's no straight swaps anymore.
Oh, well,
there's always draft.
Maybe a
picks involved.
third rounder or a second rounder.
Yeah, it'd be something like that.
Jeez. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. So
And by the way, 80 and 62. There's talk that this draft will only go to 50 tops.
Oh, really? So not a great, not
62
deep.
might be a.
So
might be
it could be a.
what do they call it?
That's what they're saying.
Well, we were talking earlier. Don't you need to have 3 picks minimum?
I thought it was 4. You said it was 2.
It was 2 or 3. It's at least
I
2.
think you've got to go in with 4, but you have to take 2.
Two,
But
yeah,
you can
okay.
not utilise the other
yeah,
2.
yeah, fair enough. That makes sense. Okay.
But I could be wrong with that.
Yeah, fair enough.
There you have it, our review of Richmond's 2023 season. Let us know in the comments what you thought, and we'll see you in the next one.